welcome in everybody. Today we are here at Epcot and we're going to be having a family day in Epcot, which is always some of my favorite type of days. Today we don't have too much of a set agenda other than getting to experience the Flower and Garden Festival and trying some more food items. I said I haven't had the frushi yet this season, so I think I need to make that happen today. But the one thing that we did discuss, me and my parents really want to do, we have never done this before, is a free tour that you can actually do in Epcot. You just have to sign up for it in advance. You sign up for it actually the day of when you're here in the park. It is the tea tour that they do in the UK Pavilion. So in honor of all my UK friends, I am wearing my fancy a cup of tea shirt, so I am all in theme. This is a really neat thing that they do in the UK Pavilion. They do it, I believe, 2 times a day. Sometimes it's 3 times a day. They have a sign out front that's supposed to have the times posted for when they're doing them, and then you just go in to the little shop there, put your name on the list, and if they have availability, you get to do the tea tour. And they've done this for a number of years during the Flower and Garden Festival, and it's something that we have never done and always talked about wanting to do. So today is the day. Mom and Dad are with me. Hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
We're gonna go do the tea tour. We're gonna see if they have time slots available to sign up for it. And this is special because Dad recently bought a tea plant.
I bought a tea plant. It's
a tree.
It's a tea tree. It's an actual tea tree. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say a tea plant. It's a tree. They're trees, right?
I have a habit of buying strange things for the garden.
Well, you love tea.
I have tea. I love tea, but
around, you like to do projects like
back
that.
home in Pennsylvania, we had a hops plant, which I don't recommend if you want to ever see your yard again because they grow fast.
And yeah, recently I've actually really gotten into tea. One of my friends had kind of gotten me into like organic teas and just learning about the different health benefits that teas can have. I find it fascinating. So I think this is the best year for us all, as Dad is now starting an endeavor of growing his own tea. We need to learn, like, what is the process like? When do we harvest the tea leaves? All this stuff. This is the tea garden in the UK. English tea garden presented by Twinings Tea. And if you go inside of the tea shop, this is where you're supposed to be able to sign up for the tea tours. Tea tours by Twinings. That's like a mouthful. Lots of teas. Oh, they have 3 of them today. They have a 1 p.m., 3:30, and a 5. So we're gonna see if we have space for the 3:30. So we just put our name on the list. So we are right now signed up for the 5 p.m. She said 3:30 was currently filled up, but we're on the wait list. They can put you on a wait list. And she said oftentimes there are people that don't show up. So she was like, definitely come back around like 3:15 and we'll see if we can get you guys into the 3:30 tea tour. So there we go. I'm excited about this. Yeah, this is something we've always wanted to do. And it's something that is such a hidden gem. It's not really talked about that much. It's a free experience, free tour here in Epcot. They show you how they grow all the different types of tea leaves. I like how they display them in the teacup.
I'm going to see if I can find the exact plant tree that we bought and maybe learn what we need to do with it.
We're now figuring out what we want to get for food right now. I think we might head up towards the front here towards, is it Brushcot or is it called something different this year?
No, I think it's Brushcot.
It's still Brushcot. They have the avocado toast, and that's been a favorite of ours in the past. So I think we might get that first. Here's Miss Piggy and Kermie. This is a shout out to my aunt. She loves her piggy.
I will send her a picture of
Yes. Shout out to Aunt Karen. We're sending her a pic of Miss Piggy. And Kermie over here. This right here is, I think, the best picture spot in Epcot this time of year. Especially if you wait till a monorail comes by, then you get everything. Let me know in the comments if you guys have been here for the 2026 festival, or if you're coming, because this goes all the way until June 1st this year.
I never noticed the plants up there, how they look like they're fire torches.
Yeah, isn't that funny? They use the orange like it's fire.
They're pretty.
Yeah, this festival, it's so amazing as it goes on. The flowers just keep getting bigger and more beautiful, more vibrant. Yeah, like look at these, how they're so grown up now, these flowers. Oh, the purple martins! They're here! Look at them! They're going in and out of their houses. Oh. These guys have such a cool history. They migrate to Disney every year to make their nest here, and Disney does a lot for conservation and learning more about the purple martins. They come from Brazil. That's where they migrate from. Oh yeah, here's the information. So yeah, make sure you stop and see them when you're here. Also, I should come out for this. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m., weather permitting, they do a demonstration where I've actually caught it in the past a few times where they actually bring the nest down and they can like check in there and see if they've had any babies hatch. Oh my gosh, I think, is that a baby? Oh my goodness. Maybe not. It looked really small at first. Oh my gosh, so cute. I don't know if it was like a baby getting ready to fly, like coming to check it out. It's so cute. This is like so happy, like precious little birds in Epcot. Makes me happy. Here it is, brunchcot. I think me and my mom are gonna share the avocado toast that they have here. Also, this is on the Garden Graze. So the Garden Graze, they have the sign for it here. Basically, you get any 5 of the qualifying items. If you purchase any 5 of the items during the festival, you get a stamp in your passport. And then once you get 5, you get a completer treat for free. And we love that. Free things at Epcot. I always try to do whatever this is at each festival because they always have like an incentive thing like that. Like certain food items qualify to then get you a stamp and you're working towards getting a free food or dessert item. During Food and Wine, they do the Emil's Fromage Montage. Festival of the Arts, they do a Wonderful Walk, a Colorful Cuisine. They do the Cookie Stroll during Christmas, the Festival of the Holidays. And then right now they have the Garden Graze. So this avocado toast is on the Garden Graze. So we'll get our first stamp, I think. Here is our avocado toast with edible flowers. I bet they were from the Land Pavilion. This is always so good. This is absolutely delicious and really healthy snack. If you need a pick-me-up in Epcot, this is a really good one. And we got our first stamp of the year for the Garden Graze. Here it is, the avocado toast. It's just so fresh. It is such good quality. So good. Like everything on this, so fresh. It is a gorgeous day out here. And yeah, the park definitely doesn't seem that crowded. Even though this is the marathon of Springtime Surprise, not marathon, but Springtime Surprise Run Disney Race Weekend. But yeah, crowds aren't too crazy compared to how they had been. Oh wait, I missed it. That was so funny. That squirrel was like running along the border right there, like on the little lip of that bridge. That was cute. But okay, we're off on the search of more food. I think my mom wants to try the potato pancake in Germany. So that will be our next stop unless we see something that calls to us between here and there. We'll see.
That gets us another stamp too in our book. Yes. That'll only be our second stamp, believe it or not.
Oh, there's the white birds at Epcot. They're all back in their homes. We're actually changing course. We're gonna go on to Japan. And I think at the frushi, because like I said, we haven't had that yet this Flower and Garden Festival year.
That line was very long.
Yeah, Germany was very long right now.
And we didn't lose John. We all kind of wanted to divide and conquer. We walked around to get some bites, and he wanted Regal Eagle, so
he's up here.
Yeah.
We'll go rendezvous with him, and then yeah, it should be, believe it or not, time to head back for 3:15 to the Tea Garden and see if they have a spot opened up for the 3:30 tour, and we can maybe get to do that. Oh look, they're doing a pop-up meet and greet over here. There's Mickey. Who else is out? Pluto. You always gotta look for this. Sometimes this happens right over here at the side of the American Pavilion. It's like a little unadvertised thing. We are going to find Dad now. We are now off to Japan to get frushi. Frushi this year, I want to see how it is. The past 2 years, they haven't been doing the full side of the compote of whipped cream or like the berry compote.
I don't think they're still doing it. From
Yeah,
what
I
I've
don't
seen
think
other
they do.
bloggers show. I don't know. It's still good though.
It is still
It's
good.
missing some elements.
Here in Japan, they are home to the frushi. It is strawberry, pineapple, honeydew wrapped in a coconut rice soy wrap paper, served with coconut cream sauce and toasted coconut. This is a Epcot must every year. So here is the frushi. They don't have that whipped cream component. They put like a coconut sauce over top, but
Or
it's
the
not the
raspberry
same. Or
drizzled
yeah,
in.
the raspberry like compote that they had. I still don't think this is gonna live up to being the frushi of years past, but we're gonna see. It's still delicious, you know. Cheers. Here we go. Cheers. It's still good though.
Very good, refreshing. Strawberries are real refreshing.
They're very fresh. It's still the previous years where they had the berry compote on the side. That is still always going to be the prime of frushi. I'd love for them to go back to that maybe next year, but this is still just a must get every festival. Okay, back to the UK we go. This has been like an express trip around the world. We have been like booking it around here. Time goes fast when you're in Epcot, that is for sure. And Dad has on his birthday button today. Happy birthday, Dad.
And thank you to all the people in the comments that wish me a happy birthday. They're very nice. Thank you all.
Okay, we're gonna head inside of the tea shop. We'll see if they have any spots that open up for the 3:30 tea tour. It's really neat inside here. They have all the Twinings tea that you can purchase. You can make your own tea chest for $24.99. Pick out a whole variety pack. Look at these over here. It's a Twinings Tea Disney Parks collab. Well, that worked out great. There was exactly 3 people that crossed out. So we got to do the 3:30 right now. We got our stickers, and so the girl said just come wait out here in the garden, and then we'll start the tour. These gardens are beautiful, and it's neat. They have all of the different tea plants, tea trees. They are planted in these little teacups. Really creative. We are starting the tea tour.
Here, see. You will hear a lot of tea puns. You'll probably be sick of me by the end of it. Probably most people will. But hello everyone, and welcome to Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival, and to the English Tea Garden, which is presented by Twinings. My name's Sophie. I'm going to be your tea tour guide today. I'm from the northeast of England, so if you've heard of somewhere like Newcastle, Durham, I'm up in that little pocket. And with me today I have Imogen, who is the complete opposite end of the country. She's past London. So, covered all of England there, guys. And we're going to be taking you around the garden today. We're going to go through the origins of tea, origins of the company, specific plants, herbs, flowers that we use in our blends here at Twinings. Twinings started in 1706, so a long time ago. And it was originally Tom's Coffee House, but he became so popular for his tea and so well known, he decided to rebrand to Twinings of London Tea Shop, which is in the same location, still in business today, 320 years later. Which I think is pretty good going for one single guy, to have all this done. Has anyone been to the store in London? No? If you do, I do highly recommend. It's a very long, narrow store full of history, and you can do a masterclass there for learning how to make tea. So, highly recommend. We have 14 master blenders in the company. You can train from 9 to 12 years to become a master blender. Our global ambassador, Stephen Twinings, who was actually here yesterday, he is 10th generation of the actual Twinings family, so it's still in the family, and his nephew is currently learning how to be a master blender as well. So, they do know what they're talking about. Our master blenders, I like to consider, are fairies, because they're making lots of different things, putting everything together, because now we have over 500 varieties in the company, and we ship to 115 companies worldwide. So we have a lot of stuff. 14 people have to take care of over that many, and there's over 50 here just in the US. And they can drink up to 700 cups of tea in one single day. I know if I'm drinking that much, I'm going to the toilet at least 500 times a single day. I can't have that much caffeine because they're not sleeping. That much caffeine, they're no sleep. Tea, another tea, another tea. And that is how we've ended up with this many teas. So we do appreciate all their hard work. We are also, I like to consider the royalty of tea, considering we do have the royal warrant. Does anyone know what the royal warrant is? No? It is to do with the king, yes. So in 1387, we were presented with the royal warrant, which means that we serve goods or service to the royal families, and they deem appropriate, they love it, that they want to give us a status to prove that they use it, prove that they like it. So we got out in 1737, and we have never lost it. Every single monarch after have reinstated it, because some companies will lose their status if that monarch doesn't like it, they'll get rid of it. We have kept it, so we still serve King Charles III, which I think is pretty good going. For one company to keep it that long, we're pretty good. We are His Majesty's tea of choice. But before we move on to the specific blends, does anyone know what the tea plant is? No? It is called Camellia sinensis. So you may have heard of the camellia family. It's usually a common flowering shrubbery, probably in lots of people's gardens. It has little white and pink flowers on it. It's very cute, very pretty. But we have specifically the Camellia sinensis. It's usually from East Asia. It's an evergreen plant and can grow from 32 to 50 feet tall in the wild. So at the length of a school bus. But I know if I was one of them tea pickers, I'm not climbing up that bush trying to get all those leaves. That's a lot of paperwork if someone else. I'm not about that life. And they aren't either. So they like to keep it nice, short and sweet at 3 feet tall, about the size of a traffic cone to make life easier for them, for our tea pickers, because we use the 2 leaves and the bud from the top of the plant, because that is where the tea is most tender and most concentrated. So that is what we like to use. We get it in our black tea, our oolong, our white, and our green tea, and our white tea. But it's the same plant, we just process it a little differently, considering which one we're trying to make. So same plant, different personalities, if you will. And we'll go through the different processes as we go through the garden with that tea. So with that in mind, we'll move on to our first tea, which is just over here, which is the Prince of Wales. Anyone thinks of tea, you most likely will think of a black tea, because that is the original, that is what a lot of people drink. That is my favourite tea of choice, is a black tea. Give me the most caffeine. Which, this one is the Prince of Wales. Can anyone guess who it was made for?
The Prince of Wales.
The Prince of Wales! Not a trick question, guys. It was made for our Prince of Wales, who then went on to become King Edward VIII. So very old blend, but very classic. It is pure Camellia sinensis. So that tea plant that we were talking about, those leaves and the bud picked, that is just what this is. So the way we make a black tea is we take those 2 leaves and the bud and we roll them out flat, and then we oxidize it. So we expose it to air, so then it becomes a deep and intensified flavor, and that is why we get the leaves going black and it pulls through a like browny black color, because it has been oxidized. So that is what's happened with this, all in black. The other one's a little slightly different. So this is just our caffeine. It's a light, I like to say, a light and refined flavor. So if you like an English breakfast, it's just a bit weaker and more refined taste. But if you like it, more than welcome to try our Prince of Wales. This is a US exclusive. So if you go to somewhere like the UK, any other country that we serve, you probably won't find this one, which I think is pretty cool. You have the royalty right here. But that is that one. There's not much else to say on this one, because it is just our pure black. We'll move on to what I like to say is probably one of the most popular flavors that we have.
Awesome. So this is apparently what my dad has to grow.
Because this is the Earl Grey lavender. Does anyone know what specific fruit we use to make an Earl Grey an Earl Grey?
Bergamot.
Pardon?
Bergamot.
Beautiful. 10 points to you. 2 points. There we go. It is indeed bergamot. So bergamot is a pear-shaped citrus-like fruit. Oh, nice little butterfly joining us. Pear-shaped citrus-like fruit from the Mediterranean. The way the story goes with the Earl Grey. Does anyone want the spilling of the tea on the tea? Right. So, the way we say is that the second Earl Grey, Charles, was presented this tea by a Chinese envoy, and he became obsessed with it. He wanted this tea so much, he couldn't find it anywhere. No one knew what it was. So, back in the day, you used to be able to take ingredients to the twining shop and they would make that tea and name it after you. So that's exactly what our Earl Grey did. He took the bergamot and the black tea leaves over to Twinings. I was like, please, 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 make me this tea. I need it. I don't know what I'm going to do without it. And so he did. So hence the Earl Grey was born. However, there's a plot twist in this, guys. They didn't trademark, copyright, or patent this tea. They didn't think they needed to. They didn't know it existed. So then, other companies started seeing how popular it became and started catching on to the idea that they decided to make their own version. So now you'll see many companies have their own version of an Earl Grey. But Twinings was the original ones, which I think is pretty cool that we are the originals. This is a slight twist on that classic because it has that lavender, so you have a more floral, fragrant taste with that citrus black tea, which is very nice. I like to consider lavender being a nice mellow, nice relaxing, calm. Makes me think of my grandmas. They used to always have lavender bags and it was so sweet. I love lavender, so if you like that, you'll like this. Also, the ancient Egyptians used to grow lavender. Bet you didn't learn that in Spaceship Earth, guys. Don't be thanking the Phoenicians, be thanking Twinings, guys. You get tea from this. What can I say? We're just full of history. So we're going to move on to what it is actually Earl Grey's daughter. We like to say sister, but it's actually his daughter. The Lady Grey. She's a bit more fun, a bit more light and bright. Has anyone had a Lady Grey? Have a few, okay. This is the newest one that we have. It's a loose leaf tea, one of the newest loose leaves we have inside the Tea Caddy. So you may have not seen it if you haven't been in a while. But it is a beautiful loose leaf. So our Lady Grey is slightly different. It has that Camellia sinensis, that bergamot, but also has lemon peels and orange peels pulling through. So it's more light, more citrusy compared to our Earl Grey. But this has more orange pulling through because of the loose leaf and it being called the orangery of Lady Grey. So orange, you glad you came? Wouldn't have known this without us. It also has little pieces of blue cornflower flowers in them because the way this happened was purely by accident. Someone like me, one of the little master blender fairies, was a little bit clumsy. Probably had too much caffeine. Probably tripping over himself. He had a box of blue cornflower petals and proceeded to trip over and spill into the tea. Oopsies, never meant to happen. But then they saw it and saw it looked really pretty with all the colours of the lemon and the orange and the black tea. It just looked really aesthetically pleasing. And it didn't actually change the taste of the tea at all. So they decided just to keep it in. And now they specifically make it in with the blue cornflowers just because it is that loose leaf. So if you're having a tea party, having your friends over, you want it to look aesthetically pleasing to the eye, you want those good pics, this is your girl to grab because she is very pretty. And the name orangery, does anyone know what an orangery is? No?
Greenhouse.
Yes, 10 points to you. It is like a greenhouse. So think of 17th, 18th century England. Think of the old houses, the people with the fans, tea parties, balls, the lavish life. That's what we want to think of. Think like Downton Abbey type of era. They had those big houses, which are probably now our museums. They were that big. They had greenhouses / conservatories attached to them to house all those delicate fruits like your lemons and your oranges because they can't survive our harsh weather. Because we are very rainy. We have had rain every single day this year somewhere in the UK. So, and we also have harsh snow and wind. And those fruits just can't survive in this climate. So we house them in our greenhouses, our orangeries, just to protect them. So we can use them in all our stuff, including our teas. So this is Lady Grey's orangery, which I think is pretty fun. So if you want a cool, nice, new loose leaf, definitely try her out. We're now gonna slam it to the left and shimmy it over to the right, guys, cause I'm about to. Anyone finish it off? No? No Spice Girls fans here? Got to spice up your life, guys. Oh, got let down there. No Spice Girls? This is why we have to spice up all of your lives, because this is a US exclusive. So you all can have all the Spice Girls you want. This is our ultra spice chai. So we get the actual word chai means tea in many languages, including Hindi. So we're not actually just saying a chai tea. We're just saying tea, which I find funny. What can I say? So the chai tea came around from how we used to make tea in big ceramic pots, and they blended it, and they did it for so long it gave off a bitter taste of the tea. So they decided to add a little bit of cinnamon, cloves, and that ginger. See, they get everywhere, those Spice Girls. They're in everything. They decided to add all those, so they decided to offset that bitter taste and gave you that warm and cozy tea that we have today. This is that, but doubled. So if you want a little bit of spice, but you want more, this is everything. So double all those ingredients, so you have that super cozy one for winter, not for a day like today. This is too hot for a spicy chai for me. But think of fall. We also have inside a spiced apple, pumpkin spice, and a creamy French vanilla one. So if you want those fall feelings, want to stock up getting ready, definitely try our ultra spice chai. Because why not? We all need a little bit of spice. I have applied to be the 6th spice girl. I've sent off the application to be the tea spice. Don't think they've read it yet, they haven't watched that reel, but we are waiting. We've got Stephen Twining to endorse the tea. So you know. We'll see what happens. But that is our ultra spice chai. If you want to move on, that is the last of the black tea. We're now gonna move on to our green tea.
So now we're going to the green teas down here.
But this is our jasmine green tea. So our green teas processed a little bit differently compared to our black. We still use the same plant, but we roll it out and we do not expose it to air, which is why it doesn't get all that black colour, and we keep that light green colouring and that light green taste compared to our black tea leaves. So that is how we do our green. Special thing about this, I like to consider our leaves all off. They love a warm hug. Stay with me. You probably think, what on earth is he on about? Why is Olaf coming here? Especially in this hot summer. Why is he here? But there is a reason. So if you leave a box of loose leaf tea leaves out on your counter, next to something like garlic powder, both unopened, both have the lids off, there overnight. Your tea may be tasting a little bit funky in the morning. Might be having a bit of garlic tea. I don't think anybody wants garlic tea. Unless you're doing, we listen and we don't judge. But that happens because those tea leaves love a warm cuddle with any fragrance in the air. So that garlic powder fragrance in the air, they just took in everything, which is why they now taste like garlic. But we use that to our advantage with this tea because it's our jasmine green tea. We use real jasmine flowers and we layer them up with the tea leaves. So we have our tea leaves, flowers, and we have a big stack of them and we seal it up tight. So those tea leaves can have as many warm jasmine cuddles as they want. They take in all that flowery goodness, all that flavouring, they hug it and they keep it. So what we're left with at the end of the process is a tea leaf that tastes like jasmine. So I think it's pretty cool that we can just absorb it all. So that is what happens with our jasmine green. Fun fact about our jasmine as well, it's part of the olive family. And I think that's really cool because I love this tea. It's one of the best teas. It's great for a day like today when you want a bit of caffeine. In this heat, you're walking around the world, your feet are tired, you're in the sun, you just want a nice iced caffeinated drink. This is great because you have all those good flavours. It's easy to drink, it's not too sweet, it's not too mellow, it has perfect conditions. But we do not put a tea bag straight into ice water. We don't do it because it won't pull, it won't steep properly. And if we want those good flavourings, we have to use that hot water. But we use it from a kettle, guys, please. The English way is with a British kettle. Get rid of that microwave. Get rid of that stove. Kettle, please. That's all I beg. If you learned anything from me today, is go. If you do not have an electric kettle, go get it. It'll save your life. We've upgraded in life. Yeah. We've upgraded to our English British electric kettle. Best invention, guys. But we boil it. We have the tea bag in the cup. Picture it. Visualize. Cup, kettle, tea bag, pour it over. We leave it alone, guys. Leave it alone for 3 minutes is our recommended thing. 3 minutes, we leave it, let it do its thing, let's do its business. And we take that and we pour it over ice. Pour it over ice, put it in the fridge, let it cool down, let's do its thing. So then you have the perfect cup of iced tea. Did we all get that, guys? So, this is our pomegranate, raspberry and strawberry green tea. It's very unique in the way it meets the demands of the buyers. We were getting asked for a nice, juicy, sweet green tea. And like I said, our master blenders aren't sleeping with that much caffeine. They're not sleeping, they're figuring out new inventions on how to make tea. They figured out a way for our tea leaves to get all those natural sweet juices from our nice sweet berries. So we have those raspberries, strawberries and pomegranates, as you can see, around the plant and inside our cup. The heat isn't doing well for them, okay? But it is perfect for our iced tea as well. Do you want my secret on how to make magic iced tea?
Put it in the sun.
Okay, you can't tell anyone this, guys. Put it all over the internet, okay? But when we boil that kettle, I'm going to keep saying it, kettle, and we pour it over our tea, we leave it alone for 3 minutes, get an ice cube tray, pour that tea in the ice cube tray, put it in the freezer, so when you go to make your next iced tea in the morning, you get your tea cubes out, pour that over your tea cubes, so then when you're not diluting your drinks, you're not getting less tea, you're actually getting more tea, you're filling your cup up more, so when they melt you get more tea. So it's like magic, and we are in the most magical place on earth, guys, so we have the most magical tea on earth. There is my tea talk. Thank you. Thank you very much. But that is how you make magic tea. This is also a really good one for like today. When you just need your tea, I always like to carry one on me for emergency, guys. Emergent tea. You never know when you're going to need that tea. You can just get your hot water from your quick services, have it, get some cold. There you go. Bob's your uncle. You've got your magic tea. What can I say? That's very British phrase, I think. Bob's your uncle. Well, my uncle is called Bob, so you know. Real life facts right here, guys. So we're going to move on now to one of the newest things. Our master blender berries have found a way to make tea powder. Who knew we could get powder? Who knew? Has anyone had a refresher yet? No. Okay. So this is a premium powdered instant drink, guys. They figured out a way to get our powdered tea. So no one's had a powdered tea. So I think it's pretty cool. Pretty exclusive to us as Twinings. This is our peach and mango refresher. So you have them peach and mangoes, which both originate in Asia. So they come to make a very tropical flavoring. Very sweet. We also have that sugar cane in it. Natural sweetness coming through. Healthy, guys. Natural. Oh, natural. And we have that honey bush in it as well. So that is a honey berry sugary type of flavoring. Just sweetens it up, and it thickens it up ever so slightly. From that sugar cane, we have that glucose syrup coming through. So instead of it just being plain water, it just has that little bit of a thickness to it, which I really like. Never mind that 16 grams of sugar in one packet, all natural. But my fact is, it has dried pieces of peach in it, guys. 1 every 5 a day in your drink. So if you have 5 of these, sugar, oh, who cares? 5 a day already done and dusted. I think that's pretty cool. 5 a day, easy as pie. You have 1 of each, 2 every 5 a day and 2 drinks. Who doesn't love that in your tea? But that is our powdered refreshers. They are inside there. We do love them. I have this on me at Emergent Teas. I do have one in my bag right now. Probably for after this, because it is hot. You do need that refreshing beverage. It's very good in our iced water. Just get a bottle of water, pour it in, shake it up. We do recommend 12 ounces, but obviously if you don't want it that sweet, less water, more water, less powder. You want it more sweet, less water, more powder. Just mix it up, be your own fairy. Make your tea how you like it. But if it is a hot tea, make it with a kettle. That is my only rule. But if it's any other tea, make how you like it. If you want milk, if you want creamer, sugar, we won't judge. But as long as you use a kettle. But this is with your water. If you move on to this one, this is our strawberry and raspberry refresher. These are the only 2 in the line at the moment, but we are expecting at least 1 more flavour very, very soon. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but it does sound very nice. This is probably my favourite one. This is our strawberry and raspberry refresher. I like to consider this our European drink, considering strawberries originate in France and raspberries originate in Rome. So it's a very good pairing, guys, very good. It just comes together. I like to picture myself on the River Seine or in Venice, sipping a drink of this with a big hat on, living my best life. That's what I like to think of. This is my favourite way to have it, is in sparkling lemonade. So you have that straw. I see a few people like, oh, that's a good idea. It just gives it like a strawberry lemonade flavouring, and I really like that. You can also have it in soda water, sparkling water. If you wanted a bit of a happy hour moment, guys, it goes great in a cocktail. Just drink your tea responsibly. Listen to the Mad Hatter. Drink it properly. But it also is good in coconut milk if you want a milkshake, because it thickens up really nicely with that glucose syrup. It just thickens it up really great, so you have a nice strawberry and raspberry milkshake. So be your own fairy, make it however you want, experiment, try it new different ways. You might find a different way that I haven't mentioned. Who knows what you might find, but just have fun with them. They're there to experiment with. Like I said, sparkling lemonade is my recommended. That is my personal. So yeah, they are our refreshers. They are becoming very popular in the Tea Caddy. We do sell out of them pretty often, so definitely grab a pair before we do sell out. But we're going to move on to a traditional tea now. This is our traditional herbal tea, nice in the shade as well. So this is our mango and pineapple. Stephen Twinings does like to say these aren't teas because it is a herbal infused drink. Considering it has none of your tea leaves in it. Same with the powders, has no camellia sinensis in, so no tea plant, no tea. But it's just easier to say tea considering it isn't a tea bag. But we just have to face reality. It's just tea. Everything's just tea. But it's our mango and pineapple. So like I said earlier, mangoes originate in Asia and our pineapples originate in South America. But they are used in a lot of different ways together. Lots of different people use it because it is just a really good sweet pairing. Very nice fruity drink. But our fairies don't like to be basic. We don't want just mango and pineapple, that would be boring. So you add a bit of apple pieces in there, orange peels in there, bit of peppermint, and another flavouring. She likes to think she gets left out of this a lot, even though she's in most of our teas. So can everyone say, hi, hibiscus? Because white hibiscus, she's very needy, but it's okay. We love her. She loves to make it a little florally, a little sweet. It's great flavouring, but that is our mango and pineapple. This is also great iced, guys. But use that kettle first. You learn everything, kettle. But that is our mango and pineapple. How we make our herbal teas is that we have like a big pot of like hot water, boiling water, and we blend in those skins of the fruit, the peels of the fruit, anything from that fruit we blend together in a big pot just to pull all those fruits and juices to blend them really nicely. And that is how we end up with our herbal teas. So none of these have our tea plant, no caffeine. So if you want a nice fruity, nice drink that you don't want that caffeine in it, definitely try some of our herbal ones. We're going to move on now to another herbal tea. This is a favourite of mine. As you could probably tell, you've been with me almost half an hour. I like to talk. If there was an Olympic sport for talking, I'm probably winning gold for England at this point. So, this is great for when you have a sore throat, a tickly cough. Lemon and ginger has always been a good go-to. They've been using ginger in tea for thousands of years, the Chinese, because that rhizome, because it's not actually a root, it's a rhizome. But we've been using that because of the research for our immune system, our digestive system. It's just got lots of positivities for our body. So we love to use that, and we've partnered it with that sweet and sour flavouring of that lemon just because it's nice to soothe the throat, easy to go down. But they are two very strong flavours. Very strong, so they would be clashing. So we've also added in blackberry leaves. So it nice and mellows out and give it that nice earthy undertone of that drink to make it easier to digest. So you're not having ginger, lemon, It's just blended it really nice with those blackberry leaves. I personally like to put a little bit of honey in my lemon and ginger just because it coats that throat, soothes it. Doesn't actually do anything good, but it soothes it to make life easier to talk, guys. That's what it does. It's great. But that is my positivity of this tea. But we're going to move on now to what I like to consider is Winnie the Pooh Bear's favourite tea. Because it mixes his two favourite things in life, sleep and honey. And who doesn't want to be like Pooh Bear? He's living his best life every single day. He eats his honey, sees his friends and goes to bed. Does his morning stretches. He's great. We love that little Pooh Bear, that silly little bear. But that is our caramel, honey and vanilla. So we have right here our caramel flower. It's a dried daisy-like flower. With the ancient Greeks used to actually call them earth apples, because if you have a pure caramel, you probably won't get that weird flavouring coming through. You can't quite grasp on what it is. It'll be an apple flavour, which I think is pretty bizarre considering over in France, they call potatoes apples of the earth. Stop, the math ain't mathing there, guys. Not making sense. But who am I to judge? This is apple flavourings, but we use it for the benefit of peace, moments, relaxation. It can knock you out if you want to fix your sleep schedule. It's great to fix it. But this one is amazing because you have that creamy vanilla going through with that sweet nectary honey. So it is one of the easiest drinks to digest, especially on a night time. You've been walking around Disney, you've run over to Guardians because you've seen it's a half hour away, which never happens. You're running over there. Ratatouille's half an hour. You're running over there. You're tired. You want to go to bed to fix that steep schedule so you can do it all again the next day. Grab yourself one of these. I will say it is some of our favourite drinks. Would you agree, Imogen? Yeah. We like to grab it on our break. Those boxes. So if you are wanting to do it, grab your boxes now before we come and take it after you. Because we are known to sell out of it. We went through like 3 months of not having it. So we were all deprived of our tea. But now it's back and it is better than ever. So if you want to be like Pooh Bear, have a good sleep, definitely pick yourself up this caramel, honey and vanilla. And that leaves me, as the Amy Winehouse likes to say, we're going back to the black tea. This one is also a very good drink, guys. This is our cold brew mixed berries actually. And it is our last tea. Oh, you'll be so sad to get out of this sun. What a shame. I've let you all get a suntan. What can I say? I'm doing you a favour. But this is our cold brew mixed berries. So we have our tea master blenders have figured out a way to make those tea leaves pull great in cold water. It's a tea bag, especially made for emergencies. Because you can just have it on you, grab a bottle of water, job to go. You can just keep walking. I think it's pretty cool. So we have those black tea leaves in it. We also have cherries, raspberries, blueberries, and we have black currant. Has anyone had a black currant? Got one. We've got a few people. So black currant I like to consider is a very British flavouring, considering it was illegal to grow in the US for the longest time because it poisoned the white pine oak. So they thought they'd get rid of them, keep the trees, which is okay, we love the trees. But it is a great sweet tart berry. So if you have, it is legal now to grow in many states, but if you do have something blackcurrant, it is probably being imported from somewhere like the UK. But we use it in everything. Think your jams, your jellies, your sweets, your drinks, your tea, anything. Is our version of your guys' grape. If we can put it in something, we're gonna put it in. Yeah. I do love it, but it mixes very nicely with all the other berries because it just makes it nice and sweet and refreshing, easy to drink on our hot summer's day, our hot spring days in Florida. Any day it's been a hot day, but it's great just to have on you, just to have that caffeine boost, that sugar boost. If you need anything, definitely grab our cold brews. We also have inside a peach flavouring, a mint flavouring, a classic English breakfast one as well. So hopefully we have something there that'll help you. And with that being said, that is the last of our tea talk, guys. Have we all learned something today?
Yes.
Hey, we've got one right there, see? I'll pay you later for that. I'll pay you later. No, it's all good. But I hope you have all learned something today. I hope there's a new tea there that you've never heard of, or you've been wanting to try but didn't know, and you're gonna go get it now. That would be amazing if we have let you learn something. If you enjoyed this tea tour today, guys, my name is Sophie. If you did not enjoy the tea tour, my name is Imogen. So, with that being said, I hope you have the most beautiful day here in Epcot. You've been a terrific group of people, and we do have a little present for you in the way of having your own tea party with the mad platter. I'm waiting for that invite. But you get your tea bags right here for you.
We just finished the tea tour, and this is so cute. They give us this little pack that has 2 tea bags in it. That was fascinating. I really liked that experience. That was so neat, and it's a free experience. So I'm leaving it, I think, the whole entire thing here because it was very informative and interesting. I highly, highly recommend that. Get here early and put your name on the list if you are interested. They have the times of how many they do per day posted out front of the tea shop, and yeah, highly recommend that. And yeah, shout out to our guide. She was great, very informative, very entertaining the whole time. That was like so cool, and lots of tea drinks. She was tea-rific. That was one of them. Yeah, that was absolutely fascinating. And yeah, we get to now grow our own tea with my dad's tea plant. They have this guide here about tea gardening and knowing like what part to harvest. Let me know in the comments, do you guys also have any tea trees that you are growing at your home? So Mom and Dad, what did you think of the tea tour?
That was incredible. We've been meaning to do that for years. I don't know why we didn't do it any sooner.
I know,
but
we always see it.
that was really good. I mean, that was a lot of it. It doesn't take long. It's a half-hour tour.
Yeah.
Super information is great. Yeah.
She was really good too. If you get Sophie, she has a lot of energy.
She was very funny and
she's had a lot of tea.
She was good.
But that was a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah.
glad we did it, and now we might know a little bit more about our tea plant.
Yes.
We'll let you know if we ever get a batch of our own tea, John's tea.
We'll see.
We want to buy those iced ones too that are the powder that you can just put right in a water bottle. Like I didn't realize about that. That was so cool that they...
Crushers in the cold brew. I'm interested in trying those.
Yeah.
That you can just put it right in a water bottle, and it's all natural sugar. So sounds good. We
It's
learned
very
a lot.
good.
Yeah, very good.
Well, this was a really nice afternoon here in Epcot, getting to celebrate Dad's birthday again, do another little birthday celebration, getting to walk around Epcot. And yeah, the tea tour, like my parents were saying, that is something we have wanted to do for years. We've always looked at it. It was one of those things we never just carved out the time to do it. And so that was the whole mission today. We were like, we want to come in and make sure we do the tea tour. And that was so fun. And yeah, really informative. I've, like I said, kind of gotten on a tea kick recently. I'm trying to learn more about the different benefits the tea has and everything. So that was really cool. But now we are going to make our way out of Epcot. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make today magical, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye guys.